I posted the Uniswap chart. He pointed out very quickly that the issues with it. And I went on my own Twitter account. I ate crow, swallowed my pride, and said, you know what? This dude made a good point. I'm going to delete this. And I said I was deleting it. Listen.
And you did that 150 times in an hour?
Hey, listen.
3 months worth of tweets?
That's fair. But listen.
That's how sincere and genuine you felt about it. You're like, yeah, I should do 150.
No, that was not at the same time. That was not at the same time. And listen, I should have learned.
Buddy.
But listen, that coin,
Civil Bob.
That coin is trading on KuCoin at the same time with 10 million volume a day. So it was not, to be clear, in no way was that coin a scam. And so, yes, I understand what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
It's on KuCoin.
Come on. Listen, you're passionate about Bitcoin. You're in the space. You understand that it doesn't matter if it's a scam or not. If people are going to dump, it's going to go to zero if it's the most legit project in the world. So
I got shit I dumped to zero, but I fucking admit it.
I've never dumped anything to zero. I've never dumped on anyone. I've always sold extremely slowly. It's on the blockchain, like you said. Dude, it's reality. It's reality.
Hello.
Come on.
Hello, everybody. This is handsome internet celebrity Crypto Cobain. How's everybody doing?
Question. But Larry Cermak from the block traced I had dinner with him the other day, and he showed me your ETH address, and he traced every single transaction you did, and it wasn't sold in tranches. You were shilling, and it was timestamped, and you were selling right at the top.
No, that's not true.
But it's on the blockchain, dude. That's the thing. You can't ignore that.
It's true.
Thing about the blockchain.
I just factually told you and addressed when I sold those coins that were apparently the most gratuitous and were pointed out. I'm
sorry, but it's your word versus a public ledger visible to hundreds of millions of people. Who do you want me to believe?
Luckily, I'm old enough I could fuck people without a public ledger.
There we go.
Civil.
What's up?
Of course.
Kobe has stepped in. Kobe, would you like to say something? You tried to introduce yourself.
Speak up, Kobe.
Hello, I'm handsome internet celebrity Crypto Cobain. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
You know when I tweeted you about that low cap chart that you tweeted that was on KuCoin, not on whatever you put the chart on. Did you own any of that by any chance?
Yes. Very small amount, but yes, I own some. But no, I was not buying it or selling it that day.
That day.
Yeah, no, I was not. I own it. Yes, I own it, and I also tweet 90 out of 100 things a day that I don't own. I look at charts, I tweet them, and that kind of goes to the point of what Marin said. And I've openly said a lot of times on Twitter, listen, I'm not trading a lot of the things that I chart. I am trading a lot. I view charting and doing analysis for people as as just as a favor.
Outreach.
It's the nature of my account. I look at charts all day. A lot of you do. When I see something cool, whether I'm trading it or not, I share it. And so, yes, I'm not trying to deflect that situation, but I immediately reconciled that situation. Immediately. Right. And I gave you credit.
You're so full of shit, dude.
So, quick question. Hey, Beta, I've never had to shill anything in my life for a few dollars. Have you?
No. I've never even shilled Reflinks, and I've probably been here as, probably the longest.
Yeah.
Kobe for sure. No, never. I've never even shilled low caps. I've never been a part of a pre-sale. I've been in some ICOs. I've been in the ETH ICO. But no.
There are a lot of people I respect that have been a part of pre-sales.
Guys, so many people here in pre-sales. So many people listening.
I don't think in general there's a problem with being in a pre-sale. I think the fundamental problem, if you boil it down to the fundamental problem is you're posting bullish charts and pretending you're buying at the same time as you're actually selling coins that you bought at a significantly lower price point without disclosing that you bought them at a significantly lower price point. And I think the thing that people have, it's we're not saying you're doing anything illegal. I think people saying that you're scamming is actually exaggerating. I think it's just immoral to say this chart looks really good I'd consider buying this if it dipped here, while actually just dumping all the coins you bought like 100 times lower.
Well, I had already.
So
In
Kobe
the case
is
of the
saying
ones,
it's not illegal. So Kobe's saying it's not illegal, and all I say is, boop.
Yeah.
What? I just don't think like the way you seem to want to come off as genuine, like you want to be in this space. I don't know when you came in. Was it when
late 2016 was when I started. And so, of course, when that happened, I had people like Whale Panda saying that I bought my account from a DJ. That was the original FUD on me.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, look, I'm not, I'm probably one of the least, like, I haven't really looked into what's been going on besides the threads that were under Kobe, Zach, etc., and what Mo had talked about. But it just seems like you're super tactical in your like outreach. It doesn't seem as genuine. It just seems like, okay, how can I possibly get the most saturation to my account without doing diligence with just dog shit? I mean,
guys, 99% of what I share is
it's a
large
lot
caps.
of dog
It's
shit.
not like
it's a lot of dog shit.
Wait, 99% is what?
Like large caps.
Dog
I'm
shit.
sharing Bitcoin and
Large
Ethereum
caps.
and Litecoin charts. I'm saying if you're talking about what I'm engaging with, I have a YouTube channel. I do videos every day. Unless somebody literally chart requests it on my Wednesday chart request, I never talk about low caps. I only do large caps. I only talk about the news. I never shill shit on YouTube. Like, I think, honestly, I know that I can't change this perception in your guys' minds, but if you look at the sheer amount of content that I'm putting out, how much I tweet, how many charts I share, this is a very, very, very small fraction of it. You can spin that. Listen,
Can I say something?
Dude, if you put out a lot of dog shit, it's still fucking dog shit, bro.
So as someone who's done pre-sales, who's unfortunately, I deleted a few tweets. I made a comment about it. My kind of issue here, I think, and the issues other people are having as well, is kind of the way that you're defending yourself is like, you're the victim. You didn't really do anything wrong, as opposed to, I deleted a shitload of tweets of stuff that I know you're saying you didn't get paid, but like you said, a bunch of us have done pre-sales. You know how it works. You're getting paid, bro. They're not indirectly paying you, but they're giving you access to coins at an extremely discounted price that as soon as it launches, you're up multiples on your initial investment already.
True.
So even if you're selling on the way up and not at the top, you're selling at a 10, 20, 30x sometimes already. So I think it's a little disingenuous to be like, I'm not getting paid. This is my own money, and I'm barely making anything on this, and I'm not showing it at the top. Like, at least call a spade a spade. If you got busted and you did something wrong, just admit it. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Man, I literally, I have nothing but respect for you. I agree with everything you just said. Listen, I made millions of dollars. Millions. Absolutely. I do not deny it, and I wouldn't deny it. But I will tell you this. I happen to be in a unique position where if I'm involved in a pre-sale, nobody asks me to do shit. And I believe that Kobe is probably in a very, very similar situation. They say, your account is big. I say, listen, this is actually my conversation with them. You can check. My account is big. I can't really shill any bullshit. I'm not willing to. I'm not going to shill your investor announcements. Listen,
Bob.
I'm not going to shill your IDO shit. If at some point it looks good and there's a reason for me to share, I'll consider it. And they say, fine, because I have a big account. And I know, listen, I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. There's other people with humongous accounts who do nothing. There was a guy, I'm telling you, I have no idea who he is. And I haven't shared it because there's no way to defend myself when everybody already thinks I'm guilty, at least for now. So there's just no way. There's no way. And I think, I popped in here on a whim, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, but Scott, like, most of what you're saying is like, trust me.
No,
but
okay.
We're showing, like,
listen,
here's the ETH
I'm telling
address.
you,
Here's the ETH address.
I'm telling you, of all the pre-sales I've done, and you can look, there's a guy who just did this. Maybe I'll share it. I'll look at the percentages. I don't think I ever talked about 80% of them ever anywhere, period. Ever. There's no
it's literally an ETH address that shows you.
Correct.
Pumping it and then dumping it right on the fucking.
That's not what happened. You're not listening to me. I sold
There's an address.
Yes,
Welcome to the fucking blockchain, Wolf of all streets. It's a fucking blockchain, homeboy.
No, chill.
Order
Come
in
on.
the court.
Scott, I've got another very boring question, if I may, which lacks specificity, as most of what I say does. In this instance, I just want to ask you, like, it seems that with an uncomfortable frequency, you're in one way or another associated with actions which are frowned upon, are controversial, raise eyebrows, etc. Now, do you think that's because, out of the likely explanations, A, you operate in ambiguous grey areas and always seem to have a good answer / explanation, or is it B, that you're somehow just specifically targeted and it's just bad luck? Do you kind of see what I'm saying? Sort of once is bad luck, twice is a coincidence, and then, like, you know, the more frequently you get embroiled in these sorts of discussions, in your own personal assessment, is that a byproduct of your own actions, or is it just like selective targeting or just bad luck?
I think it's not. I think it's an unfortunate mix of both. I'm definitely responsible partially, and I'm not trying to say that, like, oh, woe is me, I'm just a victim and I've been targeted. But here's the thing people don't understand. Your account gets bigger. Like, I started with 30, 40, 50, 100,000. I was fucking shilling every chart in the world. Not for money. I would share fucking everything. And then, you know, as your account gets bigger, you literally, like, you become this fucking Tony Robbins inspirational speaker, because anything you say that can be viewed as controversial or as strange is an immediate attack, and it's just not worth it. Twitter becomes a shit ton less fun for a lot of people when your account gets bigger. So yeah,
it's weird how that really fucking
to me. Listen, you're having a great time.
People like,
but
also Scott, not every, I know a bunch of big accounts, and not all of them hire 3 people to work for him, so they can block every single negative interaction.
Let me
or criticism.
That they're working for me on content. That I'm the only person who I'm the only person who tweets from my Twitter account, period. I'm saying that there are people I gave access to eliminate some of the negativity from my thread. I have a person who works with me on a newsletter. I have a person who produces my YouTube, and I have a whole team that produces my podcast. That's what I'm talking about, people who work for me. Nobody's working for me on my Twitter account, to be clear.
But you just said you give them access so they can eliminate negativity.
Dude, do you understand
that eliminate criticism?
You may not understand. Yes, in this case, because it's gotten so bad that it's actually terrible for my mental health and the mental health of my family. Okay? You don't understand. My parents are on Twitter. My brother's on Twitter. My friends are on Twitter. Everybody is on Twitter. And they see this shit. It's leaked over massively. And listen, I'm not asking you to cry me a fucking river. I'm just telling you that this has leaked over very much into every part of my real life. And I've
all right, guys, back off. I really don't want it to leak into his fucking personal life.
I know you're being sarcastic.
Well, this can be nuanced too. Like, it doesn't have to be a complete either or.
Order in the space. Order in the space.
No, just a question. Someone just linked me in the DMs where you were talking about the low cap Kobe mentioned, where he replied to you, and on your Twitter you said, I don't own any of this. I'm just charting it because someone told me to. And just now, when Kobe asked, you said, "Yeah, I do own some."
I don't recall. I can't speak to that unless I see it. I have no idea.
Oops.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't remember. You know how many tweets we send?
Okay. I don't think I have anything else to say.
I mean, I have no idea. But guys, like, Kobe, maybe you can speak to your experience with pre-sales as a large account. What do they ask you to do?
They don't ask me to do anything. I've got an agreement that says I'm never going to talk about your project ever under any circumstances. And I make them sign it, and they know that that's fine. I also don't buy dog shit like Pokemon, though.
I mean, Scott, I'm not one to give unsolicited advice, but, you know, by your own admission, if you've made comfortable amounts of money, yet at the same time this is having such a deleterious effect on your personal life and the life of those around you, it does seem like the reasonable solution in those circumstances is kind of just fucking leave it, don't you think?
No, like, I don't.
Is there an alternative?
No. Listen, I absolutely think leaving that side of it is true. I don't think leaving doing a podcast and writing.
No, of course. I just mean the pre-sale thing. Like, if it only.
I've already done it. I've stopped. I've stopped. That's already done.
Change your age to an anime character. Just.
So
I've already
ladies
stopped.
and gentlemen, moving.
I mean,
forward
even
from
I
this
stopped
situation.
doing that to a degree because it was so expected to do any kind of promotional thing that even I, to this, then I usually don't get them anymore because I'm like, I'm not going to promote this, and then it's like a no. So I think that gives light to, like, I don't know, sometimes at least for me, the naivete of what was expected. But in this case, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to.
Yeah, I'm telling you that I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess, but more like Kobe. Nobody
right.
expected.
So apparently, Scott and Marin are in the same group here. Marin.
No, I'm just speaking to seeing this. I'm not looking at either side. I think it can be nuanced because I'm naive, so I'm not coming at this with any sort of agenda in that way. I can just see it for like what might be average.
I don't think.
There you go,
think
Scott. You're now in the group with Marin.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's.
Hey, leave Mayor alone. Leave Mayor alone.
Order in the space. Order in the space. Let's move forward here as grown adults on the internet talking on Twitter.
Ice bags.
Scott, Marin.
Ice bags.
Scott and Marin. Scott and Marin. In agreement.
How?
Well, yeah. I mean, we brought up everything we wanted to say, and
I thank
Scott,
you. I thank you for
suck.
having the nobility to come on the space and wear yourself while everyone has something to say about you. That being said, I'm not taking a stance on the situation as a liaison. I have to shut down this space as it's become too toxic for my own good, and I've got alcohol to drink in the morning.
Wow!
Thank you, everybody for showing up. I hope that we can move forward into this bear market with peace and love. And it's been a pleasure.
But seriously, Scott, change your AV to an anime character and it'll solve everything.
Yeah, Scott, you fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, just do it.
Hey, suck a dick, Scott.
Oh my goodness. Civil order in the space. Order in the space.
Hey, Scott,
good
suck
night,
a
ladies
fucking
and
dick,
gentlemen.
buddy.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.